do, and I received that question a number of times from people who are talking. Some people have an initial belief that, well, if I hire a lawyer, that'll look like I'm guilty of something if I've gotten a lawyer rather than sitting down and talking to the people. But there are so many problems that come from an individual unrepresented. I think an individual who's unrepresented gets taken advantage of by law enforcement officers. When that person is interviewed, if it's an FBI interview, for example, it's not a recorded interview. All that you have to go by is the summary statement of that interview prepared by federal agents. The individual citizen doesn't have a copy of that interview. There's no recording of the interview, so he's at a huge disadvantage then. The issue of credibility becomes who are you going to believe, the two federal agents or the citizen in that situation? A lawyer involved in that situation may allow his client to be interviewed by a federal agent or may decide he shouldn't be interviewed by the federal agent. But in any event, we'll have another party to that conversation, so the conversation can be memorialized in a way that's consistent with what the citizen is actually saying at the time. We have a great deal, virtually every case that I've tried involving a federal investigation, there's a real dispute for some witness on what the witness claims he or she said and what the federal agent says he said. So it's best to avoid those credibility contests and either not have an interview or make sure that if there is an interview, there's another witness to that interview who can testify what was actually said by that witness.